Hello everyone, my name is Elle and I'm the host of the Mage System. So recently we did a Q&A series on my channel where the alters Ginger, Brigitte, Alena, and me, Elle, did Q&As where you guys asked us questions and we came on camera and answered them for you. And in my Q&A, I forgot to answer a very specific question that I think should be answered. So I decided to just make a video here where I will feature my answer to the question that I forgot to answer and feature all of the other alters who participated in the Q&A and their answers to this question. And that question is, how do all of the alters view each other versus how do they view themselves? You get to compare and contrast it, and I think it's very interesting, so I can't wait for you to see it. But first, I just wanted to say thank you for being here. Thank you. If you're new to the channel, you should check out more videos. We're pretty cool. Not to brag or anything. Hello, everyone. My name is Ginger, and I'm a member of the Mage System. Just to introduce myself, if anyone has never met me before, I am shy as fuck right now. Oh my gosh. I am 24 years old, or at least I identify that way. I am sort of a protective alter, but I would say more of a caretaking alter. And my pronouns are she, her. And I'll just throw up a picture of what I look like. I'm very into fashion, so I enjoy trying to make myself look like how I perceive myself looking like in my head in the videos. So Carrie 5022 asks, or rather states, I always enjoy hearing how different alters see each other versus how they view themselves. So I guess I'll just tell you how I view myself and how I view Elle and Alena and Brigitte because they'll make their own videos. How I see myself is, I don't know, I guess just like a normal 24-year-old lady. I'm a bit of a homebody. I'm pretty shy. I just really enjoy staying home a lot and I like nature. I'm just a normal girl, I guess. How do I view Elle? Elle is trying his best. He's trying his best. No, but I do think that Elle has a very hard job, so anything that Elle has done that was not the best for the system or anything like that, as a host who has host syndrome, which includes denial that you have DID, thinking that everything's fine, you know, all that stuff, it's all forgiven because Elle is trying his best and actually doing a pretty exceptional job compared to what he could be doing. Alena, I really admire Alena's role and what she has done and contained for the system, and Alena's amount of tolerance for things that are painful and their ability to just take one for the team. I do think that they have engaged in a lot of behavior that has scared or harmed the system, not as much now as they used to. But it's also a similar situation where, like, I can't completely blame them, you know? They're just a product of what happened. You think you just fell out of a coconut tree? You exist in the context of everything that came before you. I am so sorry. I just remembered that I did not include Brigitte. I completely forgot. So I just wanted to say that Brigitte is a very, very considerate girl who has done so much, like a world of help for the system in helping us stay safe. And I have a lot of love for her, and I know the things that she's been through. I know she's a little lost sometimes and doesn't exactly know why she's here, as I understand is a struggle for fictive sometimes, but that's okay. That's okay. We're all lost in our own way. So, yeah, I love Brigitte. Thank you for everything that you do. My name is Alena, and I am a part of the Mage System, which is a dissociative identity disorder system, and I am a protective role, but I've also been a gatekeeper and a persecutor. I am a vampire because the majority of the alters are human and I am not human. I see myself as different from them. And if I were to be completely honest with you, in a way I see myself as above them. If you want to like me, you don't have to watch this part. I am not what you all consider to be a good person, I would assume. I have beliefs about weakness. There are certain kinds of weak people that I do not blame for their weakness, and there are certain kinds of weak people that I do. I blame the individuals who are toxic individuals, but they are toxic in a way that they do not control, that they do not manage. They are overly emotional. They are messy. This leaves one of two options for toxic people to not be weak. The toxic individuals that are clever, or the toxic individuals that seek help to manage this, are the ones that are strong. As far as the people who it is not their fault, are the people such as the individuals in the system. They are human. Though I do believe that Elle is getting stronger, they have been a weak person. Humans have an innate fear of death that leads them to not be able to understand certain things. Those are things that I understand, and so it is hard to not feel a gap in knowledge. I do not have a lot of empathy for other people, and I want to say that that is not necessarily a bad thing. There is nothing wrong with not feeling empathy. There is something wrong with hurting other people. It is about your actions, not the way that you feel. I think of myself as someone who does not have the same human traits as humans. I don't experience emotions like guilt or empathy. There is a community of others online that do not experience these emotions, and these people, watching them, are what has made me more comfortable speaking with you here today about this. I do not feel bad for people. I do not feel sad for people, but that does not mean that I can't be caring for people. That does not mean that I cannot be considerate or recognize that something can make someone else feel a certain way. People tend to demonize individuals that do not experience empathy in the traditional way. But the truth is that you do not need empathy to act as a decent and ethical person in society. And you do not need empathy to say, I am sorry if something that I did has caused you distress. And you do not need empathy to not want someone else to be distressed. I am willing to bet that even those who do experience empathy naturally do these things all the time where they don't necessarily feel empathy in a situation but still act in an appropriate way that is genuine. Just because I don't experience empathy doesn't mean that my good behavior is a lie or a front or just something I'm doing because I feel like I should. Or just something I'm doing because I feel like I'm obligated to do it. You can do things out of kindness without experiencing empathy. This is a subject that I've wanted to discuss if I were to ever make another appearance on the channel, but I've been reluctant to do so because I don't know if people are ready to have that conversation about alters experiencing different forms of empathy than other alters. Hello, my name is Brigitte Fitzgerald, and I am going to answer some questions that people submitted for the system. So, I am an interject from the movie Ginger Snaps. I want to clarify that there is an alter in the system named Ginger, and there's a character in the movie named Ginger, but Ginger in our system is not an interject of her. I think Ginger in the system was formed as a kid and didn't have a name, and then she chose it from the movie later on. I don't exactly know everything about why I'm here, but I am. I think we saw the movie when we were younger, just on cable TV, and then when we were maybe 13, the movie resurfaced. We watched it again, and I think I formed after that. I can see how in a lot of ways we're very similar. I think most of us are very existentially minded people. I understand that that's just maybe because of the situation that we're in, being a DID system. A lot of the concepts only very spiritual individuals come to try and process are things that we are forced to process just by accepting that you're a system. And so I think it can become a lot easier to just deny that you're a system. I mean, even think about how we say the body instead of our body as systems. We say the body is hungry. That's something that's common in like other religions and cultures, but we have no choice but to use that language sometimes, even though we've moved to using our body instead of the body, because that can create less of a disconnect. Regardless of if you identify with the system's body or not, it is technically yours as well. I don't really know how to answer the question because I just think we're all people. We just have flaws and good qualities, and they're different, but it's kind of all the same. My name is Elle, and I'm the host of the Mage System. I am in charge of doing the day-to-day life stuff, deciding the general course of our life and what we're going to be doing. I'm a bit messy at the moment. I was a psych major, and I'm still going to go back to doing that, but right now I'm taking a break from college. Okay, well, I'll just get started with my answer to the question, how do I view the other alters versus how do I view myself? So, as for how I view myself as a messy young adult who is I'm an oddball. I think I'm smart. I've been told that. I'm pretty neurodivergent, I would say. I have a hard time getting along with people. I think I see myself kind of like goth Michael Cera, like dark Michael Cera, like Michael Cera's evil twin. So I would say that's how I see myself. How do I see Ginger? Well, I love her. Oh my gosh, what do I even say? Hold on. She's the type of girl to listen to Born to Die by Lana Del Rey on her record player while she cooks her own custom dinner for her cats. She's great. I love her. She is... I don't even know, dude. I'm just the host. Don't ask me. Ginger to me is the embodiment of the divine feminine. That's how I view her. I also view her as an older sister type of figure, and I view her as very witchy and just very in touch with the divine feminine. She's very cat, imagery. I could picture her sitting in like a silk cloth on the moon, eating a papaya. Am I making any sense? She's very beautiful. She's very kind. She's the type of girl you could just sit in with a glass of rosé eating hot fries with on the floor of your studio apartment. She's really cool. I don't know what else to say. God. Brigitte. Brigitte, to put it very simply, is Brigitte from Ginger Snaps. If you don't know, Brigitte is an interject from the movie Ginger Snaps. Brigitte is very intelligent. Brigitte is very timeless and beyond this world, I would say. Very a deep thinker. Very mature. And I really, really appreciate her. You know, we're actually kind of similar in a lot of ways. I think I'm a lot more silly than her, but we're quite similar. Alena, Alena is Alena is a badass aspy vampire. She doesn't need anybody. She could drink the hardest shot of liquor and not even twitch a muscle on her face. I mean, that's kind of an understatement. She could do a lot worse than that. Oh my god, what am I even fucking saying? Alena is intimidating, very a lot of anger inside of there. Very protective, very able to numb her emotions to get through something. And that's been a very valuable skill for our system to have that, to be able to have someone who can push through the dissociation and complete a task, no matter if she's walking on nails to find her way home. She can just dissociate from something to get us one place to the other. Yeah, she's badass. I really, she's definitely very special and is capable of a lot. So that is my opinion of everyone. Thank you for watching my segment. On to the next one.